Do you know who is the biggest enemy of you? It's none other than the mental voice you hear 24 hours a day non-stop inside your head. Why am I saying that it is the biggest enemy of you? And if that's true, then how to get rid of this problem, whom you can call your inner roommate? That's what I'm going to share with you today in this video from the New York Times best-selling book, The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. So without any further delay, let's get started. The way to catch on to what your inner roommate is really like is to personify it externally. Make believe that your roommate, the psyche, has a body of its own. You do this by taking the entire personality that you hear talking to you inside and imagine it as a person talking to you on the outside. Just imagine that another person is now saying everything that your inner voice would say. Now spend a day with that person. Imagine you have just sat down to watch your favorite TV show. Now the problem is you have this person with you. Now you will get to hear the same incessant monologue that used to be inside, except that it's sitting next to you on the couch, talking to itself. Did you turn off the light downstairs? You better go check. Not now. I'll do it later. I want to finish watching the show. No, do it now. That's why the electric bill is so high. You sit in silent awe, watching all of this. Then, a few seconds later, your couchmate is engaged in another dispute. Hey, I want to get something to eat. I'm craving some pizza. No, you can't have pizza now. It's too far to drive. But I'm hungry. When will I get to eat? To your amazement, these neurotic bursts of conflicting dialogue just keep going on. And as if that's not enough, instead of simply watching the show, the person starts verbally reacting to whatever comes on the screen. At one point, after a beautiful girl appears on the show, your couchmate starts mumbling about an ex-girlfriend and a painful breakup. Will you dare to do this experiment? Don't try to make the person stop talking. Just try to get to know what you live with inside by externalizing the voice. Give it a body and put it out there in the world just like everybody else. Let it be a person who says on the outside exactly what the voice of your mind says inside. Now make that person your best friend. After all, how many friends do you spend all of your time with and pay absolute attention to every word they say? How would you feel if someone outside really started talking to you the way your inner voice does? After a very short period of time, you tell them to leave and never come back. But when your inner friend continuously speaks up, you don't ever tell it to leave, no matter how much trouble it causes. You listen. There's almost nothing that voice can say that you don't pay full attention to. It pulls you right out of whatever you are doing, no matter how enjoyable, and suddenly you are paying attention to whatever it has to say. Imagine that you are in a serious relationship and are about to get married. You are driving to the wedding and it says, maybe this is not the right person. I'm really getting nervous about this. What should I do? If someone outside of you just said that, you'd ignore them. But you feel you owe the voice an answer. You have to convince your nervous mind that this is the right person, or it won't let you walk down the aisle. That's how much respect you have for this neurotic thing inside of you. You know that if you don't listen to it, it will bother you every day of your life. I told you not to get married. I said I wasn't sure. The bottom line is undeniable. If somehow that voice managed to manifest in a body outside of you and you had to take it with you everywhere you went, you'd not last a day. If somebody were to ask you what your new friend is like, you'd say, this is one seriously disturbed person. Just look up neurosis in the dictionary and you will get the picture. Now that being the case, once you have spent a day with your friend, what is the probability you would go to them for advice? After seeing how often this person changed their mind, how conflicted they were on so many subjects, and how emotionally overreactive they tended to be, would you ever ask for relationship or financial advice? As amazing as it seems, you do just that every moment of your life. Having taken its rightful place back inside of you, it is still the same person who tells you what to do about every aspect of your life. Have you ever bothered to check its credentials? How many times has that voice been totally wrong? She doesn't care for you anymore. That's why she hasn't called yet. You should break up with her tonight. You shouldn't even answer the phone if she calls. After 30 minutes of this, the phone rings and it's your girlfriend. She's late because it's your 1-year anniversary and she was cooking your favorite dish for a surprise dinner. It was definitely a surprise to you since you completely forgot the anniversary. She says she's on her way. Well, you are very excited and your inner voice is chatting about how great she is. But haven't you forgotten something? Haven't you forgotten about the bad advice this inner voice gave you that caused you so much suffering for the last half an hour? How could you ever trust its advice again after seeing how wrong it was? Well, are you going to fire your inner roommate? After all, its advice and analysis of the situation were totally wrong. No, you never hold it responsible for the trouble it causes. In fact, the next time it gives advice, you are all ears. Is that rational? How many times has that voice been wrong about what was going on or what will be going on? Maybe it's worth noticing whom you are going to take advice. When you have sincerely tried these practices of self-observation and awareness, you will see that you are in trouble. You will realize that you have only one problem for your entire life and you are looking at it. It's pretty much the cause of every problem you have ever had. Now the question becomes, how do you get rid of this inner troublemaker? The first thing you will realize is that there's no hope of getting rid of it until you really want to, until you have watched your roommate long enough to truly understand the predicament you are in. Once you have made the decision to free yourself from the mental melodrama, you are ready for teachings and techniques. You will be relieved to know that you are not the first person to have this problem. There are those who have gone before you, who found themselves in the same situation. Many of them looked for guidance from those who had mastered this field of knowledge. They were given teachings and techniques such as yoga, which were created to help in this process. Yoga is not really about getting your body healthy, although it does that too. Yoga is about the knowledge that will help you out of your predicament, the knowledge that can free you. Once you have made this freedom the meaning of your life, there are spiritual practices that can help you. These practices are what to do with your time in order to free yourself from yourself. If you want to know in more detail, you can buy this book, The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer, from the link given below in the description. And if you found this video useful, then share this video with your friends and help them. Thanks for watching till the end. More wisdom, more solution, better life.